Hello guys, I wanted to come on here and make a video for anyone out there who has to watch their loved ones go through an abusive relationship of some sort, or a abusive dynamic with a substance or a workplace, whatever the case may be. This can be very, very, very hard to watch. And it's something that we try to fix. We want to believe that we can fix it and that it's in our power. And because we feel like it's in our power and we whether consciously or unconsciously begin to take on responsibility for healing it, it creates a really stressful dynamic that can never be soothed. And the reason it can never be soothed is because no matter how much we try, it just frankly is not for us to solve. And with that being said, of course, step in when necessary and provide that loving guidance when you feel called to, and so on and so forth. Only you can know when that is. But if there's a situation that is causing you emotional and energetic turmoil, that is disrupting your peace. And there's a certain level here that we kind of play as the middleman. And this can be varying degrees. But nonetheless, it's just hard, and it creates just a lot of pain within us. But the thing is, no matter how much we want to be the savior for another person, that person has their own karmic initiations in this lifetime. They have their own karma to unravel, and their soul came here for a reason. All of our souls came here with the specific pains and traumas that we did, so that we can transmute them, so that we can alchemize them, and through that we can step into our purpose here on this planet. So it's all a gift in the long run, but it's really hard to see it that way when so much pain is playing out. And if we're watching our loved ones go through something heavy, we almost feel like a bad person if we're not trying to fix it. We feel like, well, I have the tools to fix it, so I should fix it. And whatever the case may be, there's a lot of feelings and energies and tugs that come along with it. And there's also a part of us that will place our love onto this situation. When we're trying to receive love, safety, and security from the external world through other people, it's only going to cause more chaos. And this is an example of that, because if we're watching out some sort of trauma play out amongst other people, and we're not allowing our own self to feel safe, to feel at peace, and to feel loved and held because of somebody else's drama and chaos and wounds, then that is our responsibility to do what we need to for ourselves, to come back to ourselves. And the thing with this kind of situation is it's a very emotionally manipulative situation, because the reason people get so stuck in this kind of scenario is that our emotions become so involved, and we allow our emotions to be controlled by the actions of another, by the choices of another, by another's problems. And that's pretty natural for us to do that, especially in the third dimensional plane, because we are kind of taught nothing but codependent and enmeshment type patterns. But this is not the truth of divinity. This is not the truth of who we are. These are old wounds of dysfunction and distortion that are still playing out, that we have the power to bring healing to. So if you're someone who's finding yourself in this kind of situation where you're just hurting because the people around you are hurting, and you're seeing something outside of you that makes you feel powerless. The first thing to do is to come back to yourself and ask yourself how you're feeling through all of this. Ask yourself what you need through all of this. Where can you make small changes to self-soothe your own energy? And before taking action in another person's life, just checking in with yourself if you're doing it out of love or out of fear. If it's, just ask yourself the questions and really open up that level of dialogue with yourself. Because if this is a pattern that you find yourself in, that is another kind of level of toxic patterning. Even if you're the one on the outside watching it play out, if you're also getting hooked into the narrative and stepping your role into the drama by trying to fix it, trying to control it, and that's another level of toxic patterning, and that's your own thing and karmic wound to work out within. But when we try to control the world around us, and we try to pick up other people's emotions for them, we try to stop the arguments, whatever the case may be, that's not really coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of fear that other people around us cannot handle their own wounds and traumas and healing. It's coming from a place of fear that if the people around us are not okay and doing well, that we cannot be okay and doing well. It's placing a lot of, pressure, time, and energy on the outside world to be the one to heal this, to be the one to bring us the peace and the love that we're needing, but that can never happen. As long as we are waiting for the outside world to be fixed, we are going to keep waiting, and that's just the truth. Because if you're in an energy of chasing, nothing is going to stop that energy of chasing. Even if the thing around you heals and becomes attainable, whatever it is you're needing, then that energy of chasing is going to manifest in another similar situation. So, point being, no matter what you're moving through in your life, always come back to yourself and continuously devote to yourself and devote to being the infinite wellspring of love, of safety, and connection within. And that is truly the best way to heal what's going on around you, because when you take back your power from a situation and when you find your anchor of peace within, then naturally the 3D, the world around you, can start to shift to match that frequency, but it has to be done within first. So I know this kind of stuff is hard, guys. Trust me, I know. But it's always showing up for a reason. Everything is always, always, always showing up in our reality for a very important reason. And it's so that we can come into our own power. It's so that we can be inquisitive with ourselves and say, what is this showing me? How can I turn it into passion? How can I turn it into love? What do I need to do for myself? It's all a learning process. This is a path of self and soul mastery. And again, it's all showing up here for a reason. And same for the other people that we see going through their own things. It's all showing up for them for a reason. Nothing is by accident. So, yeah, I love you guys, and I hope this helps someone. Yeah, if there's anything else that you guys would like me to make videos on, please feel free to comment.